And we're back with part 2. So we were wrapping up our conversation about Khloe.
About these white bitches taking our black men.
Wow. I mean, yeah, let's just hit the ground running.
I don't know. Like I was saying earlier, I've been called racist for this before because I just feel like I'm not gonna be with no white man, no Asian. Like, no, it's just not for me. I want to be with a black man. I think we need stronger black families.
BTKD, ladies.
Somebody's like, oh no, that's racist. What's wrong with somebody wanting to love another race? Like, and then they ask me, would you let your son date? I'm not gonna be like, you can't, don't, but I would advise him, like, listen, I think you need to be with a black woman. It's just
my parents
for the best. Yeah, that's how we was raised. I mean, I think our mother would look at us crazy if we brought home somebody white. Like,
that actually ties in why I want 8 kids.
Of all different races?
No.
Oh.
Why?
Cause like, I don't know, like family structures in the black community aren't as strong as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like think about how we grew up. Like we all had each other's backs. Like, ain't nobody out here. That's another topic we'll get to later on. Cause there's a lot of fake people out here. Nobody really has your back like your family does. Remember that, kids. Mm-hmm. For real.
And then a lot of times I hear some.
Yeah, I'm violate.
I wasn't gonna put it in my pocket.
It's too late. You was over there for a minute.
Well, if there's an issue now with the generation too of us black girls being told we're not pretty enough or your hair isn't nice enough. Listen, guys, I'm trying to talk.
Listening.
Sorry.
Okay, like I was saying. So, like I said, the females who are black, we always get told the negative things about us, and I feel like that's what pushes a lot of black girls to go be with a white man because they feel like, oh no, I don't want a kid that's gonna be my skin complexion or have my kind of hair or my big lips and nose, and that's why they go be with these white men because they think they're gonna make prettier babies.
I think
that's
black women are very mistreated.
We're not appreciated at all. But even with these celebs now, look at all these black successful celebrity men who went and married these white women. Like, it's just crazy.
You know, to
like,
me,
one person, everybody's like, we have to stop coming out. What is his name from Power?
Which one?
Ghost.
Oh, Maureen Hardwick.
Yeah, everybody, I mean, I laughed at him. They were tearing him down about he's with a white woman who looked like a white man, honestly. She looked like a man. Yeah, so it was just crazy because everybody's like, you portray this character, and then we all know what to show. But then once they found out he was really with a white woman, like, they felt like he
they said the same.
Race. It was fucked
they said
up.
the same thing about Jordan Peele because he made Get Out, but he has a white wife, and his mom is white. So it's like, you know,
the way I feel about it is very simple. If you're bad, you're bad. Like if you're beautiful, you're beautiful. It doesn't matter if you're Asian, white, Spanish, black.
I get
doesn't
that.
matter.
Some people think like that. I think you gotta think hard. Like another celebrity couple, Scottie Pippen and Larsa Pippen.
Mm-hmm. What is she though?
Married.
Is she white?
She's white.
You sure about that? I feel like she's in that Kardashian white but not white mix.
No, she's white. This is what I'm talking about. You went and married that man early on in his career. She's gotten her body done numerous times with his money to make herself look like a Kardashian and be that skin tone. She was paler than I don't know fucking what back in the day. Now she's tanned and all the lip injections, the ass. She done went and had a whole affair with Future while she was married to this man.
Shout out to my son Future.
He did what he did, yeah. And then she goes on to say he's retired and he might be losing money. She's leaving him now. Used up the black man for what?
I didn't know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah, they're getting divorced. After she done did what she did with all these black other celebrities, cheating on her in the whole marriage, got her body done to look like a black girl. She done left that poor man.
I still think there are a lot of good black couples out there though.
Some, yeah.
You know,
just black.
I'm saying, you know, you talking about black love and whatnot. So I'm saying there are good ones. Yeah.
Boris Kojo.
Tia and her husband. Yeah, Boris Kojo.
Yeah, people come at Tia's sister a lot because she went and married a white man. But then again, they are half white.
Tamara.
No, it's not her sister. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're half white, so I don't know. But I get why she said she's mad. But he also got caught making racist comments before on Fox News.
I didn't know that.
And he works with the network Fox. It's like, what are we doing?
You got all the tea.
I know everything.
You should have been a journalist.
I should. No, because I watched The Real and she was on TV on The Real one day crying about it. Like, my husband's not a racist, and I Googled it. He said something about something, niggas, and he said some shit that should not have been said. But he apologized for it. But you know, they bring shit back up. Of course. It happened in like the early 2000s he did this.
I mean, That doesn't excuse if he isn't racist, but
She's going to defend him as a husband, I think.
it is what it is.
Samuel L. Jackson and his wife have been married for a long time. Angela
Samuel Jackson's a sellout though.
Angela Bassett
Oh,
and
he's
her
not.
husband have
He
been
is. don't think so?
married for a long time.
No, that's necessarily why.
What,
No.
He's a sandwich sellout.
Like, you don't feel like he's the token black guy for every white movie?
no, because
Think about that.
he's in a lot of movies with other black people.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the majority of his movies, like, a lot of people know him for a lot of, like, he's the only black guy. Like, for real. Think about Deep Blue Sea. Except for LL Cool J. Relax. But I'm saying, though.
I mean, but we gotta give that movie props because a black man survived. I mean,
Not Samuel L. though. What the fuck happened to him?
That was, but that you gotta admit, that was one of the like best parts of the movie. Bro was in the middle of the
Nigga
speech.
said, so what the fuck are we gonna do?
He screams. He's like, oh, and the CGI is so bad in that movie.
The CGI is terrible, bro.
He's like, oh, that death is wild.
Yo, I'm done.
Oh man, shout out to Samuel L. Jackson. But no, I think
I mean, if he didn't sell out, well, we all know.
I think he's in a wide range of roles. What I think is that he's gotten too
Mainstream?
not mainstream, more like. See, I wouldn't call it a sellout. It's more like he's typecast himself. Like I'm Samuel L. Jackson, so like
So I'm the only
he
black
can just
guy that
be
can play this role?
Yeah, and he can be in different movies, but he doesn't have to do anything. Like to me, he doesn't challenge his
acting.
his range, yeah, as an actor. Like to me, he coasts off of the personality of Samuel L. Jackson, not like being a good actor. But to be honest, I think a lot of actors, you know, to a certain extent, do that. But like not white and black. But I just feel like he's kind of coasted on that the last few years or so. I can't remember the last Samuel L. Jackson role that I watched where I was like, man, this dude is really like acting.
So
The last one I can think of is Django. Not Django.
Black Snake.
The Hateful Eight. The Hateful Eight.
Now Black Snake Mold?
Oh God, I haven't seen that movie in years.
I've never seen it.
It's a wild movie.
I know I love.
No, The Hateful Eight.
I love Snakes
that
on a
was
Plane.
good. See, that's what I'm saying.
I love me some Snakes
That's
on
the
a Plane.
personality of Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah,
What do we think about Chris Rock? I'm kind of upset that
I don't really care for Chris Rock.
it's like what happened.
I met him.
I say it like this.
I met him once.
He's funnier than Tracy Morgan, but
He's definitely funnier than
I
Tracy.
don't really like Chris Rock isn't my time period, so
Are we excited for Bad Boys 3?
His movies aren't funny.
Or do we feel
The
like
only
it's
the only
just-
Chris Rock movie I really like is
Dumb.
Head of State. Head of State is hilarious.
I just say this hilarious. But when it comes to Bad Boys 3, I'm like, it's whatever.
Can't wait.
Like it's like y'all Tom kind of came and passed.
They're both past their prime.
Yeah, like
Now both of them
like
are.
what
I'm
the-
not even gonna lie.
Like I'm afraid to see what that movie looks like, low key.
I'm gonna
Like
have my hopes
have y'all
up, though.
seen what Martin Lawrence looks like?
Yeah.
So
No,
what
but
the
he lost
fuck
some weight.
How much?
No, I'm gonna show you his Instagram.
But you know what it is? It's like, but this is why I say like the dynamic changed. Like the first. Come on, keep it together.
You
The
just seen
first.
some shit?
Hey, I saw it too, but I was
I
gonna keep it.
forgot.
I was gonna keep it.
I forgot.
It's okay. Come on, we're okay. Damn it. The first Bad Boys is more comedy oriented. So like the first Bad Boys, Martin shines
The
more.
second is the
But the
best.
second is more action oriented. So in the second movie, it's more Will's character that shines. So and then the third one, I think is gonna be like more action, but Martin isn't an action person. So it's like it's not as you know.
I'm really mad at Chris Tucker.
Why?
I'm not doing any more fries.
Why are we talking about black actors right
I don't
now?
know. How did we get here?
Alright, I'm gonna start the next topic. Since we have a young female on the show, right? What do
Young
women? Oh snap, woman. Damn.
Remember older
Why?
sister?
Why?
Older
Why do I
sister.
always say?
Wait, let me ask you. No, hold on.
females, it's not women.
No,
No.
no.
Women. It's women.
Remember, she said she didn't want
They don't like.
female. Do you feel that way?
Yeah, it doesn't like females, so he didn't say.
He said
I
female.
didn't say
women.
You said female.
Yeah. Do you? Does it
No, I
bother
say-
you?
I
It
say
really doesn't
female.
bother me.
Yeah, because some women
Some I
don't
know
like
there are-
the word female. I don't.
It doesn't
But
bother me.
alright, but this was my question originally. What do women want from a guy?
Oh boy, I cannot answer.
Since
that
you
for
started to
women.
get into the mini bag of yours earlier, with
That is a
guys,
good question.
what do females really want from a guy?
Women.
It doesn't matter anymore.
What did I say? I said females again?
Yeah.
Yo, I have a problem.
Honestly,
She did point that out last
am
week.
I like speaking for all women or just
Speak for yourself
myself?
first.
Because for myself right now,
How
I
about
feel
this?
like for me, I feel like I'm still
Speak for-
learning what I want in a man. I don't
Okay, that's
know.
fair. Wait.
From the beginning of me really dating men and being in real relationships and having the fake ones, I'm still learning what I want in a man. Like, because
Okay,
I think
so-
I knew and I didn't.
Let me ask you this. Speak for yourself and then speak for your generation too.
Like I said, for myself, I feel like I'm still learning. I think for the biggest thing right now for me, what I want in a man is definitely gonna be loyalty. That's the number one thing.
So he could be
Loyalty,
dead fucking,
loyalty,
he could be
loyalty.
dead pop.
I-
Broke as shit.
That's another thing, and I think that's a big thing for a woman too. A lot of women
And he
always
could be
say
how
they
tall
don't
are
want a
you?
man that's broke, or they don't want somebody to be what's the name, fat.
And then how tall are you?
Yeah, and height is another thing too. I'm 5'2". I don't really.
So
I don't care if a
he's
man's shorter than me or
Really, you
taller
don't
than
care?
me.
Really?
I mean, I'm not gonna date a midget now.
So he's 5 foot.
Let's make it work. Like, what's
Really?
the issue?
So you can't
I
wear
respect
heels
that.
around him though.
I don't wear heels now. So it's not gonna kill
I
me.
respect
But
it.
you brought that up.
She's already
What
taller.
women
She
want.
might as well go ahead.
I see that a
and
lot
do this.
because a lot of them, I have friends now. Like I have 2 friends right now that they're like, no, I'm not gonna go out with him. I'm like, why? Because he's not gonna pay for this. He's not gonna do that. He's not paying for my. And I'm just like, what is the issue? Like, why do you feel like the man always has to pay for something, or like you cannot be with a man when he don't have nothing? I think that's like, I love stories like that when a woman is with a man at his lowest or vice versa, and y'all build each other up.
That's nice.
I don't really care if he's working at fucking Popeyes. All right, that's fine. Like he's working. So I'm not gonna say I need a man that got money. I mean, yeah, that would be nice to have a man that has something because you don't want a man that's broke and always sit on his ass being lazy and relying on you. But if you know he's working towards that and making sure he's good, then why not start with him? You don't gotta wait for him to get at the top. Like,
So let me
start
ask
from
you
the
a
bottom.
question. If this man is working, so like going back to the Popeyes example, if this man is working at Popeyes and he's completely content at working at Popeyes,
Oh, he has no motivation?
like
Yes.
his motivation is maybe to get to manager at Popeyes.
Oh, shit.
Maybe at the most.
Then we're gonna have to discuss
Nigga
that because
said-
I don't want you to be at Popeyes all your life. Now, what I will say is there are some men that do aspire to be in like the food business. Like at my old job,
Nah, but his furthest, like his biggest dream is like district manager of Popeyes.
that might work. Some
Not making
people
fun
like
of
that.
all district
No, but
managers.
like I said, that's what I was
out
talking
there,
about. That might work because
but
like
only
at my
Harlem's district manager.
You're
How about
pushing
that?
it. Like, you're pushing it. Some people like that because at my old job, I as you seem, think the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna work here all my life. I'm not gonna do this until I find out my general manager made $75,000 last year.
That's not
So-
really, that's, I don't know.
But that's better
not
than
that
some
crazy.
people who went and got their masters and did all this to work in this company and you only went and got $40,000 a year.
Masters in what though? That depends too. What did they have their masters in?
No, I'm just saying anything. And that's happening a lot now. People going to school wasting their time, nobody getting their job. But back to about the whole thing, like I said, it don't matter about the money. You're talking about height, that's not a big thing for me. Like,
Okay, so
That's
you
good.
said it doesn't matter about the money,
no. You don't have to be rich.
but you also
I need to
don't,
also, but I do.
you also don't have to be poor though either.
Yeah, I don't want you to be poor and lazy. Like, be poor and be
Going for something.
going for something.
Okay.
Like, we can work that. We can work on that.
Yeah.
Now what if he's cheap though?
I'm kind of cheap too, so we're gonna be
Damn.
two cheapskates.
Frugal.
I like me a good coupon now.
Okay.
What else?
What if he got money and he's like, I ain't spending nothing on you. You gotta go get
Why are you
it."
trying to?
Like, I wouldn't want a man like that. I want a
Like,
man
you're
who-
looking for a certain answer.
He's fishing. Yeah, he's fishing. He's trying to reel me in. No.
I don't know. Like,
Because me, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to say what I want. I can tell you what I don't want.
okay.
Don't you want?
I don't want somebody who's abusive. Verbally, physically, mentally, like all that. We cannot have that.
Absolutely.
I don't want no serial cheater. I don't want somebody who's controlling and possessive to feel like he has to know my every little
You don't
move.
like that? Like a little possessive,
Like
like,
to-
a little controlling?
Yeah, like of course, like a little possessive. Yeah, like let's say we're out and something happened, and the guy's trying to hit on me,
No,
and
girls
he's being
like that.
disrespectful. I need you to step up and be a man. Let that man know this is my lady. This we not gonna have
And
this.
air shit out.
But don't be like if I'm sitting here and I see you and I'm like, hey, what's up? And he's like, don't talk to my girl. Like I don't want a man like that. Like just saying hi. Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't need a man of that control.
You don't want him to pull up and air shit out?
Don't air your shit out. Like let's not. See, that's why I can't be the guy because I'm getting worse than guys. Who's that?
I'm only asking. I mean,
I don't want a liar. Like, be honest. Tell me the truth. Whether you think it's gonna hurt my feelings or hurt yours, just let's talk about it.
now what about a cocky guy?
I like a cocky guy.
Everyone,
for men to do that
every
shit.
woman likes a cocky.
And then in this
Not all
generation,
women like
Yeah.
cocky guys.
A little bit.
Really?
I don't know. For me, I had to get away from my
There's a
type.
difference between cockiness and confidence.
Confident.
Yeah.
That's what
You gotta be confident. Yeah.
I already learned I have a type for some reason. I like thugs. Like
You like the thug thugs.
I like a thug. Like
Why?
I don't know what it is.
Is it the,
But it's fucked up because it's like I should want to be with a man that has something going for himself, a career, or he knows how to dress nice and he talks to women. Sometimes I like my street niggas, like I do. I don't like a nigga that's a punk.
But what is it
you
about
know
them
that
that's so
street
appealing?
nigga that you know?
I
he's
don't know.
not
I haven't learned yet.
They give the
Like
best
I
dick.
have
like,
not learned what.
What did you just say?
Do they give the best dick?
Crazy.
Like I never, like I don't know. Like I'm not really a thug guy. It's like,
My son K about to air it out.
I mean,
Yo, I ain't gonna front it. You air this shit out, just give me the warning. That's all I'm asking.
and then
bro.
that's another thing too. Like I cannot be with a
Got
man
you.
and the sex is whack. Like I don't care how nice you are,
This
how
goes
much you
right
treat
there,
me
yo.
right. Like that is a big thing. Like that whole thing of the no sex before marriage. I didn't care about none of that shit because I'm not about to marry somebody and not know how they are in the bedroom. That was never gonna happen for me. So regardless, like I need a test run.
I used to think
Test
about,
drive it
I
out.
used to
Like,
think about that, like couples back in the day that waited and then they have sex and
and it's
like,
horrible. Like damn, now you're like I'm stuck
It's
with her
like,
for the rest of my life.
Niggas just both at the end of the bed.
Yeah.
Like, so what now?
I can't. That's another thing. Where,
And they're gonna be like, was it supposed to be like
I
that?
know, right? Like,
You want to try this again and it's just worse. There's just things that are supposed to go in these holes and I don't know.
Yeah.
I got 2 ears and
what is he talking about ears?
some women like that.
I don't.
Nice little tickle around the whatever.
Just get to go sit over there.
Your mind, like the way
What
your
are you
mind
talking
works.
about?
You never done that before? Am I the only one?
Look at you. You just exposing all your weird shit. Like
I mean, no, I get what
not
he's saying.
weird.
No,
it's different.
not
It's
weird.
not weird.
Weird.
It's not weird.
It's not weird.
No disrespect to anybody out there that likes that, but
It's an orifice. You have to experiment.
Orifices? Are you serious?
I don't want anything
I can't
in my
take you
ear.
serious, bro.
I get what he's saying though. Like
You
he's not
have
saying
to
we're gonna put it in
experiment.
the ear. But there's been times when you guys are like waving in her face real quick, like tap on for it.
She's right. She's right.
I'm not talking about this.
He's thinking about the time he did that.
So you never smack your girl in the face with a dick.
Yo, whoa, can we
I feel like that's a relationship milestone. I feel like
cut?
I got a thing.
You know he did.
that's
No,
a
I don't
relationship
know.
milestone.
I'll
You
be
gotta be
honest with you.
comfortable with each other.
I don't-
You gotta be real comfortable.
No, we do a lot of dumb shit, so possibly.
Now, it's some dumb shit. Like you wake up like that, something like that. You wake up like.
Yo,
While
can
we in your
I,
face.
yo, how do girls really feel about that?
I mean,
I mean, if it's playful, you know, they do it right back.
Not
You wake up,
everybody
pussy
get-
in your face and shit like that.
not
It's not the
everybody's
same.
doing that.
How
Not
would you
everybody.
Definitely
feel?
not the same.
Nah, how would you feel if you woke up with the
And
pussy
pussy
on
in
your
your
face?
face. You be tight.
Just give it
lips right
Like,
yo, babe, what the fuck?
she was like, shut up.
So you wouldn't be mad.
Like, shut up.
I just be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like,
That's how we feel sometimes.
Yo, you just gotta give it a lick and keep it moving.
Keep your day going. How you
I
supposed
feel
to feel?
it's a little bit disrespectful. I just
Dude.
hit you in the face and shit. I just feel like I don't respect you too much if I do that.
No, no. I mean,
It
like,
depends on
if
your
it's-
relationship.
Yeah, if y'all
Depends on your
playful,
relationship.
you know, you can get away with a lot of shit if y'all playful. Like,
Yeah.
like I know me and my girl are clowns. Like, for real.
Would y'all be into like open relationships?
Nah.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie, I'll punch her in the face. Love you, babe, but you know you get in the hands. Even think about saying some dumb shit like that. Like, what?
I mean, I've jokingly said it, and
No, the fuck you haven't.
I know he's
No,
fucking
no,
right
no.
now. Like,
I would dead feel some type of way if the girl was like, because I know my girl, like she's way prettier than I am. So she, like, a week will go by, like, yeah, I had sex with 7 different guys. I'm like, it was only day
shit.
7. I'm like, over here, like, I didn't have anybody.
That's
I'm gonna feel some type
that's
of
when
way.
you gotta front. You gotta shave some points. You gotta be like, nah, you know, it was a slow week. I was busy. You know, I got like 4 joints. It was nothing too serious. Nigga ain't cracked nothing.
He's like 5 lined up.
Bro, I'm gonna start crying if that shit ever happens. So hell no, we ain't doing that.
Are you guys that comfortable? Have you ever been that comfortable with a girl to cry in front of?
Cry?
Yeah.
I just never had a reason to cry in front of them.
Low key, I thought I was gonna, no bullshit, I thought I was gonna cry on my 25th birthday.
Why?
Cause like, I would, like sometimes I be feeling like I wasn't supposed to make it this far. So, that's why.
As a black
And
man.
you shared that moment with her?
No, I didn't cry. I thought I was gonna cry,
Oh.
but I didn't. Yeah.
Did you talk to her about that though?
I'm talking to her about it now.
Oh, dude.
She'll see it.
Yeah.
There you go. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, cry every once in a while. It's not like a continuous thing. Like,
So I said earlier, I don't want abusive. So, have you guys ever been in a relationship where, I hate that sometimes people think women cannot be abusers.
No, women can definitely.
And
be
that is
I get
one
abused
of
all the
my
time.
bad habits that I've already learned. I was like, well, I don't want a man to put their hands on me, but sometimes I've done it to a guy.
terrible.
Because they've called me out my name, or I just felt disrespected, and I smack them or throw something at them.
And that's
Like,
your
it was
first
wrong.
response.
Yeah, that's my first response. But if they were to do it back to me, I know I would flip the fuck out.
I think women are more verbally and mentally abusive than they
Yeah,
realize.
Right.
Yeah, because you know a lot of men can be like very prideful, so they won't tell you. But I think that women can be very verbally abusive. Like they can say a lot of things that like will affect a person on the inside. It's not communicated right. Lack of communication is really what fucks up a lot of relationships.
Because sometimes a lot of men don't know how to communicate, or they don't feel comfortable enough. I feel like a lot of men feel like showing emotion is something that says that you guys are weak, and it's not. We want to see that. We want y'all to talk to us.
With
cry
me,
and
with
show
me,
your
it's more of a
feelings.
trust thing. To show that level of vulnerability with a person, that's hard to do, because it's like it's kind of like what you were saying. Like I can't allow somebody to have something over me. So to know that you've seen me in that level of weakness, you know what affects me. You know what can get me to that point.
Yeah.
And if you ever use that vulnerability against me, that's fucked up. But then that goes into the trust person. If I trust my girlfriend, I shouldn't be afraid of that. But we live in a world where it's hard to really trust a person, and things can happen where when it suits them best, they'll use your shit against you. And it's hard to be that vulnerable with a person, let alone a girlfriend, like with anybody, to be that vulnerable, to be like, yo, this is what's really going on with me. This is what I really be feeling.
Thank you.
Yeah, bless you. To the point where like I'm gonna cry in front of you. That's the ultimate level of vulnerability.
I feel like if I'm crying in front of someone and you use it against me, I feel like it wouldn't even affect me. It's like, okay, and what? I cry in front of you. You cry in front of me all the time. What's up?
So that's different.
Is it,
But us girls are emotional all the time. Like I cry over little things. Like,
Facts.
I do.
so like you can't hold it over me that you're the one that I'm crying if you cry all the time. Like that's just not something. And I don't even see that happening. Like if someone is a crier, they're not gonna hold it against you the fact that you're crying. Or if they are,
I
you
want to
shouldn't be
see
with them.
emotion like that. I do not want to be
Well, yeah,
able to
you
always
shouldn't.
be like, oh, that don't bother me. Or, I don't care. Like, no one ever tell me that shit bothers you. Like
But why?
Like with the guy I'm with now,
'Cause it
like
shows them-
I feel like I've had to do some shit or say some shit to him to get a response from him, and I'll sit there like, why did I have to do that to you for you to tell me that's how you felt?
But why did you have to go and do that though? Like,
Because
why
she
did
Because
you-
wanted
I
to
felt
know.
like he wasn't showing the emotion that he should have,
No,
or he
but
wasn't
my-
speaking to me.
my ultimate
about
question is,
the-
why do you feel like you have to have that emotion out of a guy?
It's the connection aspect of it.
Yeah, I feel like it's a connection. It's a
Like
connection. Like,
there's a disconnect.
Hey, B.
not even that it's a disconnect. It's just like
Just saying.
I want to
Reason
know that
why,
you
like, I
have
get it.
feelings. I want to know that you have feelings. I want to know that
You
you
know
don't
he
always
has
have
feelings.
to be.
Because he likes you. That's a feeling.
Not even about just like.
But if you don't
me,
show
like,
it, how they know?
Nigga.
I'm just saying.
You in your bag right now?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm always in my bag.
This
What you
guy.
mean? I got a big bag. Lots of tricks.
And you ruin it every time. You ruin it every time. You just say that one extra shit.
I was about to say,
I ain't gonna lie, that shit was cringy.
Got lots of toys in the bag.
Shut up.
Okay.
Please stop.
All right.
Alright, look, with me, damn, he threw me off.
What's wrong with your camera?
What emotions?
It's battery.
It's just battery's about to die.
What was he saying?
Something about tricks in the bag.
No, not you.
No.
What were you saying
I
before that?
forgot too because I was thinking about he said a lot of toys in the bag. I'm thinking
She
about
was
toys.
saying
Last
the
thing
fact that
she said,
men have
emotions.
emotions.
You were saying, why does she need to see that?
See
right?
that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just have that connection going.
Yeah, well, that's true.
And I feel like it's always a 50-50 thing with me too. If I'm showing my emotion, you need to show yours too.
You know what it is? It's hard because I was talking to a girl and she was like, yeah, you should be more real with me. You should say how you feel about stuff. And I'm like, there's a reason why I don't. And she was like, why? Because I was like, because my emotions are very high. Like when I feel something, I feel it strongly, and I'm very passionate about what I say. So sometimes it can come off as if like I'm too angry. Like it can come off like I'm over the top, but it's just the way I express it. But I know that, which is why I don't like to show it sometimes. But then one time something came up, and I told her how I felt, and she was like, "Dang, well, you know, that's really how you feel? Is that serious?" I'm like, "That's why I don't say shit." Because it's like, you make me feel like I'm overdoing it every time I feel something, and I don't like that. You make me feel like my feelings are invalid, and that just because you're going through something and you have issues, it's like I'm not allowed to feel a certain type of way about it. Like if you making me feel some type of way about your actions, you know, just because you're not doing it on purpose, that doesn't mean I can't tell you that I'm hurting. But then when I tell you, you're like, oh, well, you know, you're making too big a thing out of it. Well, that's why I don't tell you.
Fair enough.
Because you never accept my feelings as that's what it is. Like you never have that moment where you're like, damn, what I did is really fucking him up. I should let me apologize. Let me at least explain the situation so that he can understand. It's never that. It's just like, oh my God, here you go. Why do you feel so deep about it? Why is it that serious? I'm like, why is it not that serious? Why do you not take it seriously? That's how I feel. That's why it's hard for me to be that vulnerable with people. 'Cause that shit is tough.
What's on the topic today?
Well, you know, that's good for this video. Honestly, I think we're good on. Yeah, we're on a roll here today.
Yeah, I think part of that is
He said,
we figured it out.
he said, but you know what? You said D's name earlier.
No,
You said it earlier.
No, he said it.
I said your name once, but
I looked
You know what?
We
We're
all said
exposed.
it. We all said
If
it.
they're paying attention, they know by now. But they're not paying attention.
Yeah, honestly, at this point.
Bring it on back. And I think, you know, you just need to pick better women.
But how do you see?
For him.
Let's see, but
Wait,
what does that mean?
wait. And we'll save that for the next episode.
All right.
All right.
Hopefully.